Exactly right now, our rovers are exploring Mars. Billions of dollars have been spent, but have these missions truly been worth it? The answer is yes. Today, we will discover 5 scientific secrets of Mars that most people don't know. Stay with us until the end and be amazed by the wonders of Mars. Number 1. There is water and ice on Mars. Mars is known as the red, dry, and desert-like planet, but it is not completely like that. The planet has 2 poles, north and south. These poles are mostly made of ice and water. In winter, a layer of dry ice, or frozen carbon dioxide, covers them. The northern pole is bigger and holds enough water to cover the entire planet in about 20 meters of water. The southern pole is smaller, but thicker, with layers that reveal millions of years of Mars climate history. Orbiters like the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter have captured stunning images of ice and dust layers, showing cycles of freezing and melting over time. Scientists have also found mysterious dark streaks on some slopes, called recurring slope lineae. These streaks appear in warmer months and fade in winter, hinting that salty liquid water might flow temporarily on the surface. Salts lower water's freezing point, letting it move even under Mars's harsh conditions. While scientists are still studying these flows, they show that water on Mars is surprisingly active. Evidence also suggests that Mars had a thicker atmosphere in the past, with a protective layer similar to Earth's ozone. Billions of years ago, the planet had rivers, lakes, and maybe even oceans. Number 2. Life on Mars. When we talk about life on Mars, we don't mean aliens, but something at the microbial level. Although it can't be said with certainty that life exists on Mars today, but evidence shows that the possibility does exist. We said that water still exists on Mars, and wherever there is water, there is also life. Scientists believe that if life exists on Mars, it is most likely microbial and beneath the surface of the soil. That is where radiation is weaker, frozen water exists, and the conditions may be more suitable for the survival of tiny organisms. The atmosphere of Mars contains almost no oxygen, only about 0.17% oxygen, and 95% of Mars contains is made of carbon dioxide. So you may ask, if there is no oxygen, then how can life exist? On the Earth, some bacteria live in very harsh conditions, in ice, deep underground, oxygen-free swamps, or even inside rocks. These are called extremophiles. They are anaerobic bacteria, and they don't need oxygen. For example, methanogens are a type of microbe that do not need oxygen and produce methane. Interestingly, methane has sometimes been detected in the Mars atmosphere. One possible explanation is exactly these methanogen microbes. One of the most exciting pieces of evidence is a meteorite that came from Mars and landed on Earth. Some scientists found something inside it that looked like microscopic fossils. If this is true, it means that billions of years ago, tiny organisms really lived on Mars. NASA's rovers, such as Curiosity and Perseverance, have detected organic materials in Mars soil. They were able to find organic molecules in the rocks and soil of Mars. Organic molecules are carbon-based compounds, such as hydrocarbons and other simple structures. On Earth, these molecules form the foundation of life. For example, DNA, proteins, and sugars are all organic compounds. The Perseverance rover has even collected samples of sedimentary rocks from an ancient Mars river delta, which are likely rich in these organic molecules. These samples are planned to be returned to Earth in the future for detailed analysis in advanced laboratories. That's the reason that scientists are very excited, because the presence of these compounds shows that the raw materials necessary for life exist, or once existed on Mars. Number 3. The surface and rocks of Mars. One of Mars's wonders is the giant volcano of Olympus Mons. This volcano is the largest in the solar system, 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Mars is full of ancient dormant and extinct volcanoes, which indicate the planet's geological activity in the past. Mars is full of valleys, such as Valles Marineris, stretch over 4,000 kilometers, almost the length of the United States. These valleys are among the largest in the solar system and show that liquid water once flowed on the surface of Mars. The surface of Mars is covered with diverse rocks, from volcanic rocks to sedimentary rocks that are billions of years old. Rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance have analyzed samples of these rocks, uncovering evidence of water and complex geological activity. Number 4. Mars atmosphere. Mars' atmosphere is extremely thin, about 1% of Earth's atmospheric pressure. What would happen if a human from Earth suddenly appeared on Mars? The low pressure would cause blood and body fluids to start boiling. And there's no oxygen, so you would lose consciousness in less than a minute. The extreme cold and intense radiation on Mars would make death almost certain within a few minutes. 95% of Mars' atmosphere is mainly carbon dioxide, 2% is nitrogen, 1% argon, and the rest consisting of oxygen, carbon monoxide, and other gases. As we mentioned earlier, methane has also been detected on Mars. Methane could be a sign of biological or geological activity, because it breaks down quickly in the Mars atmosphere, so there must be a fresh source to maintain its presence. You might wonder, where does Mars oxygen come from? Mars oxygen is mostly produced from the breakdown of carbon dioxide in its atmosphere. With sunlight, carbon dioxide molecules split, and part of it turns into oxygen. However, the amount of oxygen on Mars is very low, making direct human breathing impossible. Number 5. Mars magnetic field. Unlike Earth, Mars does not have a magnetic field. Earth has a powerful magnetic shield that protects us from solar radiation and high-energy cosmic particles. This shield keeps our atmosphere stable and makes life possible. But Mars has no such shield. Without a magnetic field, solar winds strike Mars's atmosphere directly, stripping away many gases such as hydrogen and oxygen into space. This escape of gases is one of the main reasons Mars became dry. NASA's MAVEN spacecraft has shown that Mars once had a magnetic field, but billions of years ago it weakened and eventually disappeared. If you are interested to know more about this, tell us in comments, so our next video will be about it. Mars also experiences massive dust storms that sometimes cover the entire planet. The winds aren't usually very fast, but the fine dust particles can cause serious damage to equipment. Dust can also lower surface temperatures and disrupt the solar panels of rovers and landers. The temperature on Mars is extremely low. On average, it's about -60 degrees Celsius. During warmer days, it can rise to around 20 degrees Celsius, but at night, it can plummet to -100 degrees Celsius. Thanks for watching. What's your opinion about Mars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to check out my channel for more.